This is bananas, okay? And you know what? We're not even gonna remember it come Monday, but let's enjoy it for now. So, Walker made a claim saying that there's so much more to him than being a star football player. For instance, quote, "They don't know that I have this food service company, I have a drapery company, and I supervise 6 hospitals around the United States." And I gotta give him credit, I did not know that. Partially because it's not true. While promoting his book in 2008, there were multiple news articles that said Walker was financing or helping to start up a network of hospitals around the nation. Walker said he's working with medical professionals to set up all of these hospitals. In August of 2008, there was another article saying that he had opened 3 medical treatment centers in Texas and San Francisco. But importantly, I feel there's no evidence that he ever supervised or started any hospitals or any medical centers. His personal financial disclosure forms, which have already been amended multiple times, do not indicate he ever owned or ran hospitals. So it turns out, and this is a shocker, you can put out a press release, you can get media to do a nice glossy write-up about a former, athlete, like a big star, and not have it be based on anything. They're not necessarily checking into that. He said he supervises 6 hospitals. None of that is true. None of that exists. He was the spokesperson at some point for some medical company. That is the closest he can come to that. And for any other politician, that should be enough by itself to get you like 30% of the vote max or something. But as I said, are you gonna remember this in comparison to the lies about him being an FBI agent, or God knows what, being at the top of his class, or being mentally together? All of those lies that are so clearly not true. We're not even gonna remember this one, Waz.
Yeah, I mean, the domestic violence, the attempted murders, again, all of this, just the incoherence in public about a rationale for his candidacy or what he would like to do for the people of the state of Georgia. Like, there's nothing there. But again, it teaches us how polarized we've gotten, and also just the power of celebrity. At the very least, I can say this: Herschel Walker did deliver happiness to the citizens of Georgia back when he was a college football player at UGA. And it cannot be overstated how big that team, that program, that culture of University of Georgia football is. And Herschel Walker was a demigod back when he played there. So he has that going for him, I guess. Not to mention he had the most disappointing NFL of all time. Like, Jimmy Johnson gave up a bunch of assets to bring him in. He was a flop and a disappointment, but we moved on.
Yeah. Wait, are you sure he played in the NFL? Don't just take his word for it now, Waz.
No, I'm pretty sure I actually watched Herschel Walker play when I was like 7 years old. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that actually happened.
I get that people have this attachment and everything, but like, okay, I, like many Americans, was inspired by Carrie Strug in the 1996 Olympics. But if she ran for like governor of California and said that her qualifications include being the Queen of Mars, I would have some tough questions, and not just about her ankle.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, this is not sports.
I stayed silent as the atrocities committed against my mom were downplayed. I stayed silent when it came out that my father, Herschel Walker, had all these random kids across the country, none of whom he raised. And my favorite issue to talk about is father absence. Surprise, because it affected me. That's why I talk about it all the time, because it affected me. Family values, people. He has 4 kids, 4 different women, wasn't in the house raising one of them. He was out having sex with other women. Do you care about family values? I was silent, lie after lie after lie. The abortion card drops yesterday. It's literally his handwriting in the card. They say they have receipts, whatever. He gets on Twitter, he lies about it. Okay, I'm done. Done. Everything has been a lie.
So yeah, rightly frustrated. And I think he summed up a couple of the issues very well there, but he did put out other statements that I think are interesting and could definitely hurt Herschel Walker, saying every family member of Herschel Walker asked him not to run for office because we all knew some of his past. Every single one. He decided to give us the middle finger and air out all of his dirty laundry in public while simultaneously lying about it. I'm done. I know my mom and I would really appreciate it if my father Herschel Walker stopped lying and making a mockery of us. You're not a family man when you left us to bang a bunch of women, threatened to kill us, and had us move over 6 times in 6 months running from your violence. I'm not sure if that last bit was already public. I hadn't heard about that. I know that he's threatened to kill a lot of people. I didn't know that he threatened to kill Christian Walker as well. That's a pretty serious claim that's being dropped there. But just, I guess, add him to the list of different people that Herschel Walker has threatened to or come close to killing in the past. And I guess 1 or 2 or 3 of those is not enough to disqualify a candidate in 2022, Sabrina. I guess you get the first 10 death threats free.
Listen, you got to keep that kind of stuff in the family. Death threats, all kinds of stuff like that. Keep it in the family. But I have noticed that some people are already, after his son Christian Walker has been releasing these videos, some people are still claiming that, oh, these attacks are rooted in racism, but it's his own family who is saying that he should not be running. It's his own son that, is calling him out. What defense do you have left for this man?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. And by the way, like the idea that attacks could be rooted in racism or misogyny or whatever is definitely true. This is American politics. This feels like a fairly standard hypocritical Republican politician story coming out. Like you can bring up the racism thing, but I don't know, it's just the latest of many, many different issues. And so, especially considering how core to your candidacy you've made this topic, including this week, it undercuts that point a little bit. I get the concern, but it seems like a convenient distraction right now. Now, we have one more video. This is Christian Walker responding to those on the right who have apparently been attacking him since he came forward. Take a look at this.
And so for the right to say I'm being suspicious for saying, hey, I'm done with the lies, when you all have been calling me saying, is this true about your dad? Gosh, we're not gonna win Georgia, this candidate, all that's been you. You have no idea what I've been through in my life. You have no idea what me and my mom have survived. We could have ended this on day 1. We haven't. I haven't told any stories. I'm just saying, don't lie. Don't lie on my mom. Don't lie on me. Don't lie on the lives you've destroyed and act like you're some moral family man. Y'all should care about that, conservatives. And then for people on the left to act as though I'm responsible for all of the things that he has done. I've talked about Father Epps. I've talked all these issues because they've been close to me.
I left in that bit in the end about the left, but I honestly don't understand. It is, I guess it's possible that someone on the left has said that he's responsible for this. I don't know who that is. I'm not as online as some people. I guess maybe that exists. There's a lot of crazy people on the internet. I don't know how you would blame Christian Walker for what his father has done. You can blame Christian Walker for the stuff that he does and says. That seems perfectly legitimate, but I feel like Herschel Walker's actions are gonna rest on his shoulders, and I'm perfectly comfortable with that.